Japanese automakers Honda and Nissan have announced plans to collaborate, confirming on Monday that they will begin formal discussions about a potential merger. As the world accelerates toward electric vehicles, EVs, many believe this shift represents the future of transportation. Yet, behind the scenes, Honda appears to be working on something groundbreaking, something that even China and Elon Musk may not see coming. While most companies are racing to dominate the EV market, Honda is reportedly developing an engine that could dramatically disrupt the automotive industry. According to its CEO, this innovation represents a true revolution, one that could shake up the entire EV landscape. Imagine an engine that doesn't rely on petrol, doesn't require charging, and could even outperform electric cars. It sounds almost too good to be true. But stay with us. This unexpected twist could redefine the future of mobility. As we explore how Honda may be turning the EV world upside down, let's first take a step back and look at the man who started it all, Soichiro Honda. Soichiro wasn't a corporate executive in a tailored suit. He was a hands-on visionary who loved getting his hands dirty. Born in 1906 to a blacksmith father, he grew up surrounded by tools and machinery. From repairing bicycles to experimenting with engines, he developed a passion for speed and a firm belief that he could build something extraordinary. He didn't begin with flashy cars or high-performance motorcycles. Instead, his first venture focused on manufacturing piston rings, small but essential engine components. In 1937, he founded a company called Tokai Seiki to supply Toyota. It was a modest start, and soon World War II brought major setbacks. His factory was bombed, forcing him to rebuild from nothing. But Soichiro Honda never gave up. After the war, Japan faced severe fuel shortages, and affordable transportation was desperately needed. In 1946, he came up with a simple yet brilliant idea, attaching surplus military generator engines to bicycles. That improvised solution became the foundation of Honda's first motorcycle. 2 years later, in 1948, he officially established the Honda Motor Company. What started as a humble motorized bicycle quickly evolved into a global force. Honda motorcycles began winning races and setting records, proving that Japanese engineering could rival and even surpass Western competitors. Then came Honda's entry into the automobile market. The company didn't just produce cars, it engineered machines that were powerful, reliable, and enjoyable to drive. Honda vehicles became known for their smooth performance, efficiency, and innovative design. Driving a Honda wasn't just about getting from point A to point B, it was about enjoying the journey. Over time, the Honda name became synonymous with quality and innovation. Today, Honda manufactures more engines than any other company in the world. Whether it's motorcycles, cars, aircraft, or even Formula One race cars, Honda's engineering expertise is everywhere. From a grease-covered mechanic with big dreams to a global powerhouse, Honda's journey is remarkable. The brand has built a strong reputation in the automotive industry, selling over 4 million vehicles annually, making it the 7th largest car manufacturer in the world. But Honda's success isn't just about numbers. The company has consistently focused on reliability, smart engineering, and practical innovation. Take the Honda Accord, for example. It has become one of the most respected and best-selling cars in its class. In just the first half of 2017, Honda sold more than 161,000 Accords, a testament to its enduring popularity and trust among drivers worldwide. Honda's story is one of resilience, innovation, and bold thinking, and it may be on the verge of rewriting the future of the automotive world once again. People choose Honda because it's a brand they can trust. Whether it's someone buying their very first car or adding another one to the driveway, Honda vehicles are known for being dependable and long-lasting. But Honda has never been satisfied with just building reliable cars. The company is always thinking ahead and looking for the next big breakthrough. Back in the 1970s, Honda introduced the CVCC engine, a revolutionary development that easily met strict U.S. emissions standards at a time when many automakers were struggling. Then came the VTEC system, technology that allowed smaller engines to deliver the kind of performance you'd expect from much larger ones. Honda has always pushed boundaries. It was also one of the early players in the U.S. hybrid market, proving that environmentally friendly cars could still be fun and exciting to drive. Now, Honda is working on something entirely different. It's not a hybrid. It's not fully electric either. It's a completely new approach. Honda believes the internal combustion engine isn't finished. It just needs to evolve. And that bold new direction revolves around one word: hydrogen. Yes, hydrogen. Considering Honda's expertise in engine building, many might wonder why it would shift toward hydrogen instead of fully committing to the rapidly growing electric vehicle (EV) trend. Why not simply follow the crowd? According to Honda's leadership, this move could reshape the entire EV conversation. Hydrogen may be the unexpected twist no one saw coming. Not long ago, electric cars sounded like something out of a sci-fi movie. No gasoline, no engine noise. Just plug in and drive. Today, they're everywhere. Teslas glide down highways with massive touch screens, and charging stations are popping up in parking lots and shopping centers. The electric revolution didn't happen slowly. It arrived with force. Governments around the world pushed hard for adoption. Tax credits, financial incentives, and policy changes encouraged drivers to move away from traditional petrol and diesel vehicles. Some countries have even announced plans to phase out or ban new gas-powered cars within the next decade or two. With climate change concerns growing, EVs quickly became more than just a trend. They became the new standard many automakers rushed to embrace. Battery technology has improved significantly. Driving ranges are longer, charging times are shorter, and consumers have grown comfortable with the once unusual idea of a silent car. Today, nearly every major automaker, from Ford to Hyundai, is rolling out electric models as if they're the latest must-have tech product. Electric vehicles are often presented as a clean, quiet solution for a greener future. But there are challenges that don't always get the spotlight. For starters, EV batteries don't last forever. They're large and heavy, and they rely on rare materials like lithium and cobalt. Mining these resources can cause environmental damage, including land disruption and water pollution. And when batteries eventually wear out, recycling or disposing of them remains a complex issue that still needs better solutions. Charging is another concern. Refueling a traditional car takes just minutes, but charging an EV can take hours, especially without access to fast charging stations. Even with a full charge, many drivers experience range anxiety, the worry about whether they'll reach their destination before the battery runs out. This concern becomes even more stressful on long trips where charging stations are limited. Cost is also a factor. Electric vehicles often come with a higher upfront price, even when government incentives are available. While electricity may seem affordable now, a future where millions of people plug in at once could put pressure on power grids and potentially drive up energy costs. On the surface, EVs seem like the perfect answer. But when you look closer, there are still gaps to address. The real challenge isn't just replacing gasoline with electricity, it's creating a transportation solution that is genuinely sustainable, practical, and accessible for everyone without simply shifting the problem elsewhere. While much of the auto industry is racing full speed toward electric vehicles, Honda is choosing a different route. Instead of fully committing to battery-powered cars, the company is steering away from long charging times, concerns about battery waste, and the environmental impact of mining rare metals. So what's Honda's alternative? It's not a traditional gasoline engine, and it's not a typical electric vehicle either. It's a smart middle ground powered by hydrogen, the lightest and most abundant element in the universe. When hydrogen is used in a fuel cell vehicle, the only emission produced is water. No smoke, no harmful gases, just H2O. Honda is betting that hydrogen could be the true game changer for clean transportation. And this isn't new territory for them. Honda has been experimenting with hydrogen technology for years and has already brought it to market once before. In 2015, Honda introduced a vehicle that looked like it came straight out of a science fiction film, the Honda Clarity Fuel Cell. It made its debut at the Tokyo Motor Show and became Japan's first commercially available hydrogen-powered car. It wasn't a gasoline vehicle, and it didn't need to be plugged in like an EV. Instead, it ran on hydrogen fuel cells, and it drove as futuristic as it looked. Honda didn't simply modify an existing model. The Clarity was designed from the ground up to operate on hydrogen. It featured advanced fuel cell technology that efficiently circulated hydrogen to generate power without waste. The compact yet powerful fuel cell stack was carefully integrated into the vehicle's design, delivering more performance than any hydrogen system Honda had previously developed. The result was impressive. The Clarity could travel up to 360 miles on a full tank of hydrogen, outperforming many electric vehicles at the time. It achieved an equivalent of about 88 miles per gallon and emitted nothing but water vapor. Quiet, smooth, and surprisingly spacious, it seemed to offer a real solution for clean driving. But despite its innovation, the Clarity struggled to gain widespread success. The issue wasn't the car itself, it was the infrastructure. Hydrogen refueling stations were extremely limited. Unless you lived in California or certain parts of Japan, finding a place to refuel was difficult. Long road trips became a challenge, and most drivers weren't willing to risk being stranded without access to hydrogen. There was also a perception problem. For many people, hydrogen sounded complicated or even risky. In contrast, electric vehicles felt simple: plug in, charge, and go. EVs were gaining massive attention, supported by government incentives, tax credits, and rapidly expanding charging networks. Celebrities endorsed them, automakers promoted them heavily, and public interest surged. Hydrogen vehicles like the Clarity didn't receive the same support. Incentives were limited, public awareness was low, and test driving opportunities were scarce. Even though the Clarity was an engineering achievement, it couldn't compete with the growing popularity of EVs. In 2021, Honda discontinued the Clarity lineup, including its hydrogen, electric, and plug-in hybrid versions. However, Honda didn't abandon hydrogen technology. Instead, the company took valuable lessons from the experience. The biggest realization was clear: the technology worked. The challenge wasn't performance, it was timing and infrastructure. The world simply wasn't ready. Rather than giving up, Honda stepped back and continued refining its hydrogen systems while observing the rapid growth of electric vehicles. Behind the scenes, development never stopped. Now, Honda is returning to hydrogen with a renewed strategy and a powerful partner. Teaming up with General Motors, Honda has developed a new and improved hydrogen-powered vehicle designed to overcome the limitations of the Clarity. The result is the Honda CR-V EF-CEV. This isn't just a minor upgrade, it's a major comeback. The new CR-V Hydrogen SUV offers improved range, more advanced fuel cell technology, and a design based on a vehicle people already recognize and trust, the popular Honda CR-V platform. Inside this next-generation CR-V is more than just updated hardware. It represents Honda's bold challenge to the electric vehicle narrative. After years of learning and refining, Honda is once again betting that hydrogen deserves a serious place in the future of clean transportation. With a larger, more practical SUV design and enhanced technology, Honda is reintroducing hydrogen power in a form that feels familiar, capable, and ready for modern drivers. The comeback is ambitious, and it could once again shake up the conversation around what truly defines the future of cars. This time, Honda has partnered with General Motors to develop a vehicle that addresses the challenges of earlier hydrogen models and offers serious competition to electric cars. At first glance, the Honda CR-V CEV looks like a typical family-friendly Honda SUV. But beneath its familiar design lies something completely different. Instead of a traditional gasoline engine or a large plug-in battery, this SUV runs on hydrogen fuel cell technology. In the rear of the vehicle, there are two advanced high-pressure hydrogen tanks. They're compact, efficient, and engineered with safety in mind. Beneath the seats sits a sophisticated fuel cell system that manages power delivery smoothly and efficiently, balancing performance with safety. Here's what makes it stand out. The CR-V Hydrogen SUV doesn't rely on plugging into a charging station. Its fuel cell system generates electricity in real time by combining hydrogen with oxygen through a clean chemical process. The result? Instant electrical power, with nothing coming out of the tailpipe except pure water vapor. For drivers, this means convenience and flexibility. Refueling takes only about 3 to 5 minutes, similar to filling up a gasoline vehicle. Once refueled, the CR-V Hydrogen SUV offers a driving range comparable to many of today's top electric vehicles. That means fewer worries about running out of power during long trips. For everyday drivers who want an environmentally friendly vehicle without compromising convenience, this is a major advantage. But the CR-V Hydrogen SUV offers more than just clean transportation. One of its most impressive features is its ability to supply power externally. Think of it as a mobile backup generator. In the event of a power outage, the vehicle can provide electricity to keep essential appliances and devices running. It's not just transportation. It can serve as an emergency energy source when needed. Despite all this advanced technology, Honda hasn't sacrificed comfort or practicality. The CR-V still delivers the spacious, reliable feel that families expect. The hydrogen system is integrated so seamlessly that it doesn't reduce cargo space or interior comfort. Groceries, sports equipment, luggage, there's still room for everything. The technology feels natural, as though it was always meant to be part of the vehicle's design. Honda is also being strategic about the rollout. The CR-V Hydrogen SUV is launching first in regions such as California and Japan, where hydrogen refueling infrastructure already exists. This ensures that early adopters can drive with confidence, knowing refueling stations are accessible. As more hydrogen stations are built, availability will expand to additional markets. Rather than rushing, Honda is taking a steady, long-term approach. This quiet, calculated strategy could have a significant impact. While other automakers focus on building faster charging networks and larger battery packs, Honda is offering quick refueling, competitive range, and zero harmful emissions, all within a familiar and trusted SUV platform. It also raises an important question. If hydrogen technology performs this well in the CR-V, what happens if Honda expands it across its entire vehicle lineup? In the past, hydrogen vehicles like the Honda Clarity fuel cell faced one major obstacle: limited refueling infrastructure. The technology itself was clean, efficient, and ready for everyday use, but without enough hydrogen stations, drivers were hesitant. Now that situation is beginning to change. Hydrogen stations are gradually increasing across the United States, with California leading the way. Other states are monitoring progress and considering expansion. Japan has made hydrogen a central part of its long-term energy strategy. Germany is investing in hydrogen infrastructure, particularly for heavy-duty trucks. Meanwhile, China, the world's largest automotive market, is investing billions in hydrogen technology to power buses, taxis, and commercial fleets. This shift shows that hydrogen is no longer just an experiment. Governments and industries are placing serious bets on it. One reason is its versatility. Hydrogen isn't only suitable for passenger vehicles, it's also highly effective for trucks, buses, and other heavy transport systems that require long range and quick refueling. The hydrogen conversation is gaining momentum, and with its latest CR-V hydrogen SUV, Honda is positioning itself right at the center of that movement. Hydrogen has some clear advantages. It refuels in just minutes, offers long driving range, and doesn't leave you waiting around for a charging station to open up. Now here's where things get interesting. Electric vehicles, EVs, are incredibly popular, but the system supporting them is starting to feel pressure. In some regions, power grids are struggling to keep up with demand, and drivers are occasionally asked to avoid charging during peak hours. Electricity demand is rising quickly, and infrastructure isn't always expanding fast enough to match it. There's also the issue of batteries. EV batteries depend on rare materials like lithium and cobalt. These metals are difficult and expensive to mine, and extracting them can have serious environmental consequences. Add supply shortages, recycling challenges, and rising production costs, and EVs don't look quite as simple or as green as they once did. Hydrogen vehicles avoid some of these concerns. They don't strain the power grid in the same way, and they don't require hours to recharge. They also reduce dependence on rare battery metals. Even more exciting is the idea of green hydrogen, which can be produced from water using renewable energy sources like solar or wind power. Imagine fueling your car with energy created from water and sunlight. No harmful emissions, no overloaded grid, and no massive battery packs. Hydrogen isn't trying to replace electric vehicles. It's creating its own lane. It's especially promising for long-haul trucks, city buses, and areas where charging infrastructure is limited or unreliable. Instead of choosing one technology over another, hydrogen can complement EVs by handling situations where battery-powered vehicles face challenges. The world is starting to recognize this potential. Hydrogen refueling stations are gradually expanding, and Honda's Honda CR-V EFC EV is arriving at a time when infrastructure is finally beginning to catch up. What once felt like a distant concept is becoming a real option on today's roads. But Honda's ambitions go beyond simply building refueling networks or offering eco-friendly vehicles. The company is rethinking the very concept of engine power. Honda has long been known for its engineering expertise. From lightweight mopeds to high-performance race cars, engines have always been at the heart of the brand. As the world gradually moves away from gasoline, Honda is asking a bold question. What does engine performance mean in a cleaner future? Their answer is hydrogen. Rather than focusing solely on battery technology, Honda has invested heavily in hydrogen fuel cell systems. These systems deliver smooth, responsive performance while remaining environmentally friendly. They produce no smoke, no engine roar, and no harmful emissions, just water vapor and instant electric power generated on board. Honda isn't abandoning engines, it's reinventing them. To strengthen this effort, Honda has partnered with General Motors, combining Honda's deep engine expertise with GM's electric vehicle experience. Together, they are developing next-generation fuel cell systems that are more compact, more efficient, and more affordable than earlier versions. Honda is also collaborating with other major Japanese manufacturers, including Toyota, Subaru, Mazda, and Yamaha Motor Company. Together, they are exploring ultra-clean combustion engines that can run on alternative fuels such as biofuels, hydrogen, and even ammonia. This movement isn't about eliminating electric vehicles, it's about expanding options. Different technologies may suit different environments, especially in remote regions or places with unstable power grids where traditional EV charging may not be practical. Honda isn't simply following industry trends, it's redefining what a vehicle can be. Performance, reliability, and that unmistakable Honda character remain central, but now they're being adapted for a cleaner and more sustainable future. While many companies focus on designing entirely new electric models, Honda is re-engineering the very core of the automobile, the engine itself. And it's doing so in collaboration with some of the biggest names in the global auto industry. This marks a bold new chapter for Honda. The big question now is whether the hydrogen-powered CR-V can compete directly with electric vehicles. One of the key differences is charging time. EVs can take anywhere from 30 minutes to several hours to recharge, depending on the charger and battery size. In contrast, hydrogen refueling takes only a few minutes, bringing convenience closer to what drivers are used to with traditional gasoline vehicles. The hydrogen-powered Honda CR-V EFCEV can be refueled in just 3 to 5 minutes, about the same time it takes to fill a traditional gas tank. That level of convenience is a major advantage. There's no long wait at a charging station. You refuel and get back on the road almost immediately. Range is another strong point. Many electric vehicles offer between 200 and 300 miles per charge. The hydrogen CR-V can travel close to 400 miles on a full tank. For long road trips or packed daily schedules, that extra range means fewer stops and less anxiety about running low on power. When it comes to environmental impact, electric vehicles produce zero tailpipe emissions, which is a big win. The hydrogen CR-V goes a step further in simplicity. Its fuel cell system emits only water vapor. It doesn't rely on massive battery packs, and it avoids the environmental concerns tied to mining and disposing of large lithium-ion batteries. Honda isn't trying to eliminate electric vehicles, but the CR-V's quick refueling time, extended range, and clean energy system make it a serious competitor. Right now, EVs have the advantage in infrastructure. Charging stations are widespread, and many drivers can charge at home. However, hydrogen refueling stations are expanding steadily in places like California, Japan, Germany, and China. Refueling a hydrogen vehicle takes only minutes and doesn't put the same strain on local power grids that high-speed EV charging sometimes can. Another important difference lies in materials. EV batteries depend on rare resources such as lithium and cobalt, materials that are expensive and environmentally challenging to extract. Hydrogen fuel cells avoid much of that. They don't require large battery packs that degrade over time, and they reduce concerns related to mining and battery disposal. The system is designed to deliver clean energy in a straightforward and safe way. Electric vehicles remain popular, but they do face challenges. Long charging times, limited driving range in some models, rising electricity costs, and battery longevity concerns can frustrate drivers. That's why hybrids, plug-in hybrids, and now hydrogen-powered vehicles like the CR-V are attracting attention. Honda made a smart move by introducing this technology in the CR-V, one of its most trusted and recognizable models. Instead of launching hydrogen in a niche prototype, they placed it inside a vehicle that families already know and rely on. It feels familiar, but now it's cleaner, more advanced, and more innovative. Will hydrogen replace electric vehicles entirely? Probably not, and it doesn't have to. Even capturing a portion of the market could reshape the conversation around clean transportation and encourage automakers to continue improving their technologies. Honda's push into hydrogen isn't just about building an impressive SUV, it reflects a broader global shift. Countries and companies worldwide are searching for the smartest and cleanest ways to power the future. Electric vehicles are an important part of that transition, but they're only one piece of a much larger puzzle. The clean energy race is accelerating, fueled by bold ideas and serious competition. And with hydrogen back in the spotlight, the future of transportation just became even more interesting.